Hello, friends, and welcome into NFL Daily. I am Tom Downey. Alongside me is Harris. Harris, a fun weekend of the NFL, which we're going to have highlights for in just a minute.
A fun weekend, a little bit less chaotic than the past weeks.
Less games.
That's fair. That's fair. A little more docile today in terms of the sports chaos.
We're going to start with what happened not that long ago. The Houston Texans, Seattle Seahawks pregame stuff. We knew something was going to happen after the quote from Bob McNair came out about, saying, what was he exactly?
Oh, he said, you can't have the inmates running the prison because just when you think a snotty owner can't say anything stupider, we get something like this. Which, by the way, Tom, might just be one of the stupidest things I've ever heard anyone with any foundation of money ever say before. How could you possibly say something like this given the current context of the NFL that we are in? What did he think was going to be the reaction to this?
I think his thought was, this is a quiet area. Me? No one's going to find out about it.
Moron.
Not that excuse it by any means, because just because you say something off screen doesn't mean it's not going to
find out. Moron in all caps,
The
Tom.
thing that makes this almost funny in a very dark sense of way, that's not even the proper idiom. It's not inmates running the prison, it's the patients running the asylum.
Yeah.
That's not the right phrase. Unless there's a second version of it that I'm not aware of.
That's for me is where the even more of an abject stupidity to this entire thing is. This was apparently said during a Jerry Jones speech about the anthem protests, and he just kind of threw it in there as a side comment, and apparently the whole room just went silent and was stunned that he said it. I just don't understand it.
And you got a room full of old white guys, so for them to be stunned by that is not a good thing.
No, and it's just, 10 out of 10, 15 out of 10, moron. I don't know how you could possibly, my favorite thing about this also was the ridiculous apology he had as well, which, by the way, Tom, the apology was just, I didn't mean it when I was talking about players. What else could you have possibly meant it by? Who else could you possibly have been referencing? Coaches? No, you were obviously referencing the players who, by the way, run the league. This is the problem, Tom. The owners think this is an owner's league,
there you go,
and the players think that this is a players' league. This is what happened to the NBA CBA the last time they went around it, and guess what? The players won. Do you know what's going to happen this time, Tom? Either the players win or we're not going to have a logo anymore. These owners need to understand that no one comes to listen or think or even give a crap about the owners. People care about the players. No one cares about you, Bob McNair. No one cares.
And I think that you get to know the head there. With the players' league versus an owners' league, I think in the end, everyone seems to think that the owners are in charge.
But they're not. No one
cares. Look, they're paying the bill. I think you're right, though. At the core, what happens if all the players decided we're going to leave the NFL, start up a new league? That new league's going to have success.
This has happened in every sport. Baseball a couple years ago, the last time when they went through their strike, they went from a very owners-based revenue system and they changed over to a players base where the players got way more money than they ever did. The NBA did the same thing. Now we see how much NBA players are currently getting played. Even the NHL, who is one of the most commissioner-dominated sports leagues in the history of sports, even switched over to a little bit more of a players-based system. The NFL is the only one that has these archaic rules where the owners and coaches have more power than the players do. If you think that we're coming out of this CBA without players having guaranteed contracts, you are a madman. The owners are going to have to give up a lot of power because, let me tell you something, this cannot stand. The NFL cannot survive this way.
Keep the comments coming here, folks. We'll get to some of them as we go along here. Highlights come up here in just a second as well. Harris, I want to get your thoughts on this one. Is this what you would have done if you were a Texans player, or what you would have pushed for?
I am stunned that they played this game. I think the entire team kneeling was good. It was nice, but at the same time, I am still very surprised that they actually played this game. Look, DeAndre Hopkins didn't go to practice on Friday. One of the biggest leaders on the team, if not the team leader when J.J. Watt is gone. They've had multitudes of players, and then not to mention you had Dwayne Brown, who made another quote today that we'll bring up a little bit later, talking about the owner. This apparently has been a consistent thing going on for a while with this stupid owner, Bob McNair. So you have all of these issues, and they've now come to a head with this. I am honestly stunned that they ended up playing this game, being out there for whatever. Kneeling is nice. I'm a little bit surprised it didn't get more ridiculous than that.